Our next guest who's been in the limelight most of her life, from acting in Young Talent Time to The Sullivans to Home and Away to a massively successful music career both here and overseas. She's released her own line of clothing, flirted with modelling and has earned her place as a dead-set Aussie legend. She's an Australian, but she feels like an international glamour queen. Welcome, Dannii Minogue. Hello. How are you? Lovely to meet you. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Now, you're an old hand at this. You've hosted a lot of Saturday morning TV in the UK. Or bits and pieces.
Yeah, I've done a bit over the years in the UK. I did a show called Big Breakfast, which was like Monday to Friday, 2 hours of live telly, lots of nonsense, games, fun things.
Did it ever stop dead?
No, you just keep going. There was a lot of funny times, though, when you know, it's live, so you just have to go with it. It was good.
Did you ever have anyone rush the set and try and grab at you?
No.
No?
But what are you preparing me for?
Well, have we queued up the rushers and grabbers? And this is quite a formidable posse you've arrived with today. These guys hanging out the back with the, you know, strange beards and caps and kind of latest UK fashion. We can't... Well, we might sneak a shot in of them. How many people travel in your entourage?
Well, the entourage, I guess, gets bigger the more work you've got to do because everybody's looking after something else. I'm not personally into big entourage kind of vibe, but everybody who's with me is doing something, so they're working.
Who have you come across that's got, like, the world's biggest entourage?
J-Lo.
J-Lo?
J-Lo, there's a show called Top of the Pops in England. That's like the big music show. And, yeah, she arrived with 50 people in her crew and took up 5 dressing rooms. And, you know, they all had to be re-decked out in, you know, her specifications and stuff like that. But backstage, I just asked for a cup of tea. That was my backstage rider for today. Just a cup of tea on arrival.
But J-Lo had all the kettles, so there's
yeah.
no tea for Dannii that day.
Yeah.
Now, I've mentioned this earlier. I shouldn't even mention it at all. It's quite a ridiculous thing. But do you remember Simon Townsend's Wonderworld?
I do.
Were you Dear Dannii on that?
No.
That was a different Dannii?
That was a different Dannii.
Whatever happened to that Dannii?
I don't know. I don't know who it was.
A mystery Dannii?
Mystery.
Yeah.
But you could do some research into that one.
I think we could. We tried. We did as much as we could.
Yeah.
Now, given all the things that you've done, releasing your own clothes, modelling, putting out calendars, music, acting, what is the one thing you enjoy the most?
I guess singing I've done for the longest, so I really love that. Acting, you know, is kind of, it's great to dip in and out of. And I love doing the stage stuff that I did in the West End, and when I came back here and did Grease, that was awesome because you kind of get to do the singing, dancing, acting, everything together. That was great. I mean, I guess the next step would be to do a musical on film. I love Chicago when that came out. That was awesome. You know, head in that direction.
Okay, Ben Elton's writing a musical for someone in the UK, I think, at the moment. Someone famous. Name escapes me at the moment.
He's always writing something. He does a lot in the West End.
Now, I don't know if this occurred in the West End, but the vagina monologues.
Yeah.
What goes on there? What do you talk about?
Vagina Monologues is a great play written by Eve Ensler. She's an amazing New Yorker, and she went around the world and interviewed women about their vaginas.
As you do.
As you do. Well, you know, she's a bit of a crusader, and she made them into monologues and made a show out of it. It's very entertaining. It's very funny. It's groundbreaking. All of the actors, because it's happening in cities all around the world, all of the actresses that do it give their time for free. All the money earned goes to local women's charities. And she's doing a lot of work to help women in Afghanistan. So she's an incredible woman. She's a real hero of mine, and it was amazing to be a part of it. And I know, I can see your face, you're very scared. Most guys are very scared of seeing this show, but it's very, very funny. And I had... one gay guy came to see the show once in London, and he was a friend of one of the other actresses and went up to her at the end of the show and said, "I've never even seen a vagina, but now I want one." It's a good show. Wow.
So you memorise the script, or you get to ad-lib a few experiences of your own?
No, you don't do any of your own stories, and Eve doesn't like the actresses to learn the script. You have cards where you half read it from. And because it's not meant to be like a big show where you're acting it out. And she says the hardest thing is she invites actresses to do it. And the hardest thing is to ask actresses not to act. you're telling a story. It's like, you know, if I say, I met this woman in New York and this is what she told me. So you're just recounting a story. You don't want to become that woman. So it's a great show, and I know it's been around Australia. A few of my friends were in it, Toddy Goldsmith, Fiona Horn. And if you ever get the chance to see it, go. It's great.
I will. I will overcome my fear of vaginas.
Yeah.
Frightening stuff. Well, we're going to come back and talk to you more in a second. We've just heard word that Madonna has okayed the use of her song Into the Groove to be reworked with one of your songs. What's the story behind that?
There's a bootleg that's been done of my next single called Don't Wanna Lose This Feeling, and it's cut in with Get Into the Groove, the instrumental track. And there's loads of bootlegs fly around, but they're none of them are approved or legal or whatever. But we sent this one to her, and first heard back she really liked it, and I was just like, ah! And then we got approval that we could release it, and she doesn't let her stuff go out to anyone. So that's going to be on my next single. And I mean, I've grown up being a huge fan of hers. And I kind of just feel like, you know, if it all ended tomorrow, I'm happy.
Yeah, you've made it. You've done it with Madonna. Is there likelihood of a video?
Yeah, we just shot the video in Spain. We haven't shot the video to the bootleg, but bootlegs are becoming really big in Europe. I don't know about here. There's whole radio shows dedicated to them. And now there's on the music video TV channels are starting to make bootlegs where they're editing together. You know, they'll Get Into the Groove, the old video out and edit them together.
Oh, cool.
So that's happening. I haven't seen one yet, but I know they're doing that.
Well, maybe we can be the first. Let's take a look at Madonna right now. Into the Groove. Back with more from Dannii Minogue. Madonna. Dannii Minogue right now, as Dannii just pointed out, it's been a long time since we played Madonna's Into the Groove.
Yeah.
A long time. Probably since the last...
That's a great video.
Madonna-thon thing we've done. And that's a single that's going to come out, one of your songs mixed in with that song.
Yeah, it's going to be on the next single, the bootleg of that with Don't Wanna Lose This Feeling.
Cool. I look forward to it. We have, of course, we're taking calls this morning, 190 222 330 if you have a question for Miss or Ms Minogue?
Ms Minogue.
Ms Minogue. Nikki is on the line. Miss M.
Whatever.
Not M&M, but Miss M is here. Nikki, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hi, Dannii. How are you?
Good, and you?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah.
I'd just like to know, before the success of Who Do You Love Now, I heard you were working on more guitar-based music with a band.
Yeah, I mean, I'd been doing a lot of shows around England with a live band, and you just get used to that live sound. And so when I went in the studio to start making demos for this album, it was all just with, you know, the band playing. But I think it's the test of a good song. I mean, if you can just write something with a guitar, then you know you've got a great track, because sometimes dance songs can just be totally overswamped with production. So it was a good kind of learning curve for me being with the live band. And then, you know, when I do go to tour later on, it's a matter of getting the blend of the live band and all of the studio sounds that I love, that I need on the record as well.
Right. Can I ask one more thing?
Yep.
Will you be coming to Tasmania?
I don't know. I don't have any dates planned anywhere. Last time I was there, we did the Greece tour, and it was absolutely beautiful. We had a great time there, so we'll see how many dates we can fit in.
I'd absolutely love to see you.
Thank you.
Can Dannii stay at your house, Nikki?
You certainly can.
If the accommodation is booked out. What kind of facilities have you got there? Have you got tea-making facilities?
Of course. Yes, definitely.
Make a good cup of tea.
As long as you've got green tea, Nikki.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Would you await our call, okay?
I will.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nikki.
Thanks, Nikki.
Bye.
190 223 if you want to ask a question. A lot of people have emailed us during the week when they heard that you were coming. In fact, over the last month or so.
Yeah.
And a lot of them have kind of quite, well, I was going to say personal questions. Do you miss your friends in Australia and the shelf you built? And the person that wrote this sounds like a silly question, but she will know what they mean. Just tell her who the question is from. Paul Cowan. You know, Paul C.
The shelf.
Yeah,
I've
the shelf.
built.
Maybe he's confusing you with Dear Dannii from Simon Townsend.
Yeah, or something that I may have done on changing rooms that I can't remember.
Did you build shelves on changing rooms?
No, I've never built a shelf in my life. I can't remember that. What was the other part of the question?
Would you prefer a bottle of Dimple or Chivas?
Oh, I don't... neither.
You're not a Scotch girl?
No.
What do you drink when you drink?
That was a great question, though.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. No, she certainly knows what you mean there. What do you drink when you drink?
Depends. Like a bit of champagne. Champagne's nice.
Do you ever drink beer?
No, hate beer. I think that's why I've got deported from Australia. She doesn't drink beer. Out. Send her away. No, I don't like it.
Where are you based? You live in? You own a home in London?
Yeah, I've got an apartment in London, and I've been basing myself out of there for 12 years now. So it's kind of strange blending in to London. Yeah.
Have you still got a bedroom at home in Australia?
Yeah, absolutely. Got a bedroom at mum and dad's. Yeah, I'm the baby of the family. I like to be babied.
And so is that bedroom at home in Melbourne, presumably circa 12 years ago?
No, I change it when I come back.
You put shelves up, obviously.
Yeah, I put shelves up.
Dangerous. What's your apartment like? Are there other famous people in your building? Is it like a Melrose Place situation?
No, I don't really know many of my neighbours. I've got 2 cats, and my apartment's I just hooked up all my surround sound and my DVD and all of that. I love that. Got a great view of London and the Thames River. You need to have a bit of a view there because Australians feel quite closed in London because it's so squashy. We're used to
boxy and
a
cold
lot
and
of
miserable
space, but yeah, I've got a nice view.
Oh, cool. And when was the last time you took a young lad back there?
I don't do those kinds of things.
We mentioned earlier, apparently on the internet, you and Kylie and Justin Timberlake had some kind of threesome affair, but I mean, that's the internet, you can't trust that.
Sounds good. Wish I was there.
Well, I'm going to keep hunting for the photos, trust me. We're going to take more questions for Dannii very shortly. 1902220330 is our number, and we're also, I don't know, we might drag out a bit of Young Talent Time footage. I don't know. It's dangerous. Whatever. Let's take a look at Liam Lynch, United States of Whatever. We'll be back with more with Dannii.
Love this.
Whatever.
Dannii Minogue, her brand new album, Neon Nights. It's pure pop perfection.
Mike Gibson's son was Dear Dannii? Because there was a guy and a girl doing the Dannii thing.
Right.
If Dear Dannii is watching from Simon Townsend's Wonderworld, if you
Call us
or send us a text message 0428 111199. Now, there's a lot of fans here today that are keen to get up close and personal, spend a few hours with you. As fans, I want to look at crammed into sanity there. In fact, some of them have brought presents and stuff. We should go and G that up very shortly. But there's one question here which comes from Stephen. Where's Stephen gone? Is he still there? I'm sure he's there. I'm sure Stephen's there. He says, where you came up with the idea of the song "Put the Needle on It," is that acupuncture? Do you want the needles put somewhere?
It's about my all 2 seconds of DJing experience. I tried that once. Changing the records on a deck. It's very, very hard.
It's a very quick set.
A new appreciation for my friends who DJ and make it look easy. Yeah. No, just some fluffy lyrics that sounded good.
So you haven't got a mystery piercing that no one knows about yet?
No.
Fair enough. Or tattoos?
I've got 2 tattoos.
Do you?
Yeah, I'd like to get another one, but I'm kind of, you've got to be sure about it, and I'm not sure. I'd like another one.
Were you sure about the 2 you got? You're kind of a bit like...
Yeah, happy. Yeah, very happy.
Where are they? And in the private places?
I've got one on my toe, which is just under there.
A toe? I've never heard of a toe tattoo.
Toe tat.
What's on there?
It's just a little flower. Cool. And I have one on my back.
How long have you had a toe tat?
I don't know. 6 years or something like that.
Were you drunk when you
You've
got it?
got a tattoo, I noticed. Is that real?
They're
or is that stick-on?
No, they're stick-ons.
It's a stick-on.
I just stick them on every 10 minutes.
Cat in the Hat or something. Zeus.
A bit of Zeus. A big fan of Zeus. Were you smashed when you got that?
No.
No. Where'd you get it?
In London. I went with a girlfriend of mine. She was getting one of hers recoloured. And I got 2 tats done.
Now, what do you think about people like me, the Pommy and Tammys, the Tommy and Pammys of the world who get, like, the matching rings done? Have you ever come close to, getting a matching tattoo with one of the men in your life? No? No.
The men don't seem to last that long in my life.
You seem cursed with the blokes. What's wrong with them?
If I ever get a tattoo, shoot me. No, I can't do it. It's like that Billy Bob Thornton one. That wasn't a good idea, was it?
He's got Angelina tattoo?
Yeah.
Well, they've got the blood of each other in there.
They had to get those removed. I hear that's very painful, so I don't want to go there with that.
No, it sounds very dangerous indeed.
Have you got any chicks' names on your arm?
Just Mum. I've got the web.
Spiderweb?
Yeah. Well,
Where did you get that? Were you drunk? You must have been drunk when you got that.
I was drunk and I was in a band called The Web, and I turned up to rehearsal and they go, well, we've just broken up. I go, but I've got The Web.
That is the classic. Can you get a shot of that?
No, we don't want a shot of that.
You so do.
That is a GAY tattoo. Where's Ian? I need Ian to come and rescue me here. Stop talking about tattoos.
Is there one on the other arm?
Yeah.
There is.
Stop it.
There's more.
God.
Who's that?
That's Buddy Bradley.
He's drinking and having a fag.
Well, that is not something we condone with the channel.
Are you happy
audience.
about that tattoo still?
I am, actually.
You are? Okay,
We're
good.
matching one down there. Look, this show is about you, all right? Now, covers. In fact, this is payback time here. No, well, can we wait a moment to pay her back? We're going to talk more with Dannii in a moment. Magical Student. No, this is it. Okay, this is it. We've been talking.
The old YTT footage.
The old YTT footage. I reckon this is a good cover.
There's nothing that I haven't seen. It's dragged out all the time.
Well, look, while we play a little bit of it, there's two questions we've got to ask. What is the worst cover of all time?
The worst cover
Yeah.
that someone's done? Oh, I don't know.
You don't pay attention to bad songs?
No, I try and pay attention to good songs.
Do you have a favourite cover then?
Don't know. Put me on the spot. I don't know.
Oh, that's good.
I'll think about it.
Okay. Is there any possibility that you would do a rendition of the final countdown today?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What can we possibly bribe you with?
Nothing.
Damn. All right, well, let's take a look at Kylie and Dannii. As we wonder, there's been so much talk about it. There we go. This is from about 1912 when they had different effects on cameras and stuff. Oh, the shaky camera effect. That is just tripping. We're trying to find a copy of the final countdown, but no one seemed to have a copy of it.
No, this one is doing the rounds. This one, I think it's played on TV in the UK about once a week.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different satellite channels and they just keep buying that clip and playing it. But, you know, good fun.
Yeah, we love it. It builds up the hype of Dannii coming on the show. And so many siblings work together in bands, whereas you and Kylie appear to be the only musical siblings in the world that aren't involved in each other's projects. I know there's been a lot of speculation. You got any plans?
Well, Kylie's writing her new album now, and I'm going to start shortly on my next album. So we were kind of trying to hook up and do some songwriting together because I love songwriting, really dig that. So I'm going to maybe do some of that together and see what happens. But, it might not be for her or for me. It might write for someone else.
All right.
So that's the next step.
Could be in the YTT reunion in 50 years' time. Well, thanks for chatting with us. You're going to perform a song for us very shortly, but we're going to take a look right now at Flicking Desperately Miss Jade, Ching Ching, I believe, on JMG. Dannii Minogue, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Champion.
Jane.